Hi, my name is David, and I've been watching way too much YouTube for way too long, so now I'm gonna be creating my own video, where I will be sharing with you how I live in here and whether giving into the impulse of moving into a village in a country whose language you don't speak and a place where you have zero utilities can solve anything for you. What does it give you? What does it take away? So, let's get into it. So first of all, where even am I? I'm in a small village in between Tbilisi and Kutaisi in Georgia. This is a friend's house. I moved here after teaching English in Tbilisi for over one semester. The village has a couple shops, a pharmacy, a bakery, and a river. Now that you know what's the point of the video and where I live, let's get to the details. So, first of all, you can't survive without food. How do I eat? It's fairly easy, but not very varied. I receive a lot of gifts from people, from their gardens. I'm in a season of harvest, so I get a lot of tomatoes, potatoes, cucumbers, also eggs from chicken. So I eat a lot of the gifts. If I don't get any gifts, or if I require something else than this, I just go to the shops. Only problem is that I don't have a fridge. I don't have electricity here, so it has to be, I have to either eat something immediately if it requires a fridge, or I just can't buy it. I just can't eat it. So basically every day I eat eggs with potatoes, onions, bread with some paste, something. It's alright, it doesn't taste bad. You can make it taste good, especially the eggs. You can combine them in a million different ways, but it's not very varied, that's true. Sometimes I buy fresh sausages, which I eat, and they do last like a day, but more than a day or two, I don't bet on them being fresh. I also buy canned meat sometimes. To be honest, I don't think I ever had canned meat before. And it's better than I thought it would be, but it's still not very good. It's very, very, very fatty. And I just do it, mix it up with, usually with rice. And it's all right for, if you crave some meat from time to time, it's fine, but it's nothing to write home about at all. And it's fairly expensive, relatively expensive as well, for what it is. The only thing I kind of miss is cheese, but what can you do? Can't have everything. Sometimes I get fresh yogurt. I just bring it from the shop and eat it immediately. But cheese, because it's a bigger packet, I don't really have a way to store it. Okay, I've mentioned that I go to the shop to buy food. Now, how do I get the money to buy the food, right? I currently have a part-time job for an online fashion store. I manage their social media. I'm a social media specialist, and I also do the translations for their e-shop. It doesn't pay much, but it does allow me to, well, buy food and save up some money for later. The house that I live in is my friend's house. I don't pay any rent for it. Thank you. And also no utilities. So all the money that I use is just in the local shop or online. Now, I'm recording this video. I make money online through my computer and my phone. And I'm recording this video right now. So I need at least two things: electricity and internet. Let's start with the internet. It's very simple. The internet in Georgia, mobile internet, is very forthcoming. And I get unlimited data for the month, unlimited. I use it to watch YouTube, to upload videos, to back up or share photos. So that's the internet. And then for electricity, I've bought a power bank and a solar panel. It's very much enough. I was afraid it would not be enough, but it serves well. In the past 2 months that I've been here, it's been only about one day that had no sun. Otherwise, I usually charge power bank at least once a day to full. The power bank is not that big, but it does serve for about, from 0 to 100, let's say 3 charges of the computer. The power bank has no outlets, so everything that I do just to be either through USB-C or just standard USB. So I talked about food, I talked about electricity and work. Now it's nice and handy, but maybe also I need to clean myself sometime. Water is a big part that I didn't mention yet. So I'm gonna be talking about washing the dishes, washing myself, drinking water, and the toilet. Let's start with the last one again. I'm not gonna talk about it much, but let's say that I have no running water at the house, so I just do what I can do. And that's all I'm gonna say about going to the toilet. Now for taking a shower. Again, no running water, but as you can see, there's a river behind me. Now, as you can see, the river is not very clean. There's about 150 cows chilling here every single day. So it's probably not a good idea to take a shower or drink this water here. But what I do is I go upstream and there's a nice little spot which you can swim a little bit. I mean, at least clean yourself. Then let's mention the dishes and the clothes. How do I clean my clothes? Because I am here for quite a long time. It's the same thing as with myself in the river. I go a little bit upstream and I just clean the dishes or the clothes in the river. I'm gonna post videos for both of it, for cleaning myself as well. Maybe they're over here or here, I don't know. Or above, maybe. But yeah, everything I do everything in the river that I can. The good thing is that the river is always here. The bad thing is that, sometimes the river gets dirty. For example, when it's really windy, like right now, the river is probably dirty. There's a lot of leaves. When it rains a lot, when there's a storm, the river has a lot of junk in it, a lot of dirt. And also a part of the cows, people don't really respect the water, I guess. I mean, to be honest, I don't really respect it right now by taking shower in it. But it wouldn't be uncommon to just throw the trash into the river and just let it float. Once it's over there, it's not your problem anymore. Same goes with toilets, just ending in the river and just floating away. And lastly, there's the issue of drinking water. That's, the only one that I'm not drinking this water. At beginning, I was just going to the shop to buy barrels of water, which I would drink, which worked fine, but it's not ideal. And now, last couple of days that I'm here, I've asked. Oh my god, it's so windy. It's flooding in Czech Republic right now. Here it's so far so good. It's quite far away from Czech Republic, but yeah. Now I've asked my neighbors to give me water because they all have wells. So they just give me water into barrels and that's fine. Or there's like a little stream that is supposedly drinkable, but I don't really trust it, so I don't drink the water. I just use it as a utility, for example, to clean dishes if I don't want to go to the river. It's so windy. So for conclusion, what did I take of the ABC experience? I think that firstly, nothing about me has changed. So first thing I'm taking is that no matter where you go, it's not going to change who you are. I was thinking that I would read more, watch less YouTube, be in the present more than I was in the city. No, I still had enough electricity for charging my phone and internet, so I was watching YouTube anyway. If anything, it lowered my productivity because I didn't have enough electricity for using my computer all the time. So I was just on my phone a bit more. What did change though a bit is that everything took much longer. All the basic necessities took much longer. For example, taking a bath, washing the dishes, everything took half an hour, maybe longer, and was even dependent on the weather. I wasn't really fully in charge of what I could do, which meant that it broke the day down into sections. It forced me to leave the virtual world, the YouTube, the Facebook, the Instagram, whatever it was that I was doing on my phone, and it forced me to take a break and fully think about what I was doing, which was nice because it allowed me to kind of reset and not get stuck in the loop that you get stuck in the city. But did it fundamentally change who I was and what I was doing, what I was trying to do? No. So if you don't change wherever you are, what's the takeaway? The takeaway for me is that whatever I do, it needs to be fulfilling, purposeful. Those are very fluffy words. So I'm going to go into what they mean for me. For me, these words mean that I am fulfilling some fantasy I have in my head into the real world. Whatever I do, I need to know why I'm doing it, what I want to take away from it, instead of hoping that somehow this situation will make me whole. No, I am already whole in my head. I'm already full. And I need this fullness. I need to see what I'm in here in order to know what I want to do in the real world. Instead of just waiting for the world to impose on myself, I need to impose myself on the world. It's a bit of a fluff, but what I'm trying to say, just don't expect for yourself to be changed if you don't know how to change yourself, no matter who you are. Even if Abisi would force me to not use electricity at all, then I would fantasize about what I could do with the electricity if I had it. I'm sure that if I was in Abisi for 2 months without electricity, I would fantasize about how productive I was, about how much coding I would do, about how much purposeful work I would do there, which, as you can see, or as I can see, didn't happen, even though I had plentiful electricity. So yeah, that's it. Did Abisi change who I am? No. Do I feel like I know more like what I want to do in the future because I pushed myself? Yeah. Do I also know what I wanted to do in the future because I pushed myself and now thought about my experience, reflected on it? Definitely. If I didn't reflect, then I would just keep doing what I was doing, just moving around, thinking that one way I would be pushed far enough that I would be somehow happy. But no, just gotta do things with more intent, which comes from here. Sounds like such a fluff, but let's see. Maybe I can do an update in a year. Bye.